We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity. And it was not meant... Hold on, I am listening to myself talk in my other ear.
That's never fun.
It was not meant that we should voyage far. Sorry, I had like 9 things open. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little. But someday the pieces together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and our frightenful position therein, that we shall go either mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new age of darkness. We are Vorpal Tales. I am Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi, and I will be your keeper for this terrifying tale. This evening we will be presenting the final installment of Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, Forget Me Not. Here at Vorpal Tales, we present a plethora of terrifying tales and awesome adventures for your viewing pleasures. Please seek us out on the internet. Don't forget to follow us here on Twitch. Check out our archives on our YouTube, and make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. Visit our webpage, vorpaltales.com, with links to all of our social media, our Discord, and our Patreon. Check out our calendar to ensure you don't miss any of your favorite shows. If you're looking to increase your RPG and dice repertoire, check out our affiliate link on our website. And check out Hit Point Press, QU Empire, and Gemhammer & Sons. For QU Empire and Gemhammer & Sons, make sure that you use the discount code VorpalTales for 10% off. Also, make sure that you guys check out our merch page. Buy merch, support the show, and get cool clothes, because everybody needs an apron that says Terrifying Tales like I have. Shout outs tonight go to Astral Tabletop for the virtual gaming space that we play all of our games in. And a special thank you to Chaosium for bringing the Elder Gods to the table and for supporting their players all the way. Much love goes to N8 Mid for the custom character sheets that you too can use if you use Astral Tabletop. And a thank you goes to Love Your Rebellion, a nonprofit group that empowers marginalized groups of the arts. Make sure you guys check out their website, loveyourrebellion.org. As always, much love goes to our Patreons. Your dedication pleases the Elder Gods. And last but not least, thank you to all of our subscribers, our viewers, and fans. Before we get underway, let us meet all of the investigators that will hopefully not be losing their minds in this final installment.
Hello, my name is Rachel, and I am playing Grace, the techie, who so far has managed to stay out of most of the nonsense. We'll see if that continues.
You better bring that apron to the moot and cook in it.
I will.
I am Eldritch Echoes Online, and I am playing the most lovable, charismatic member of the party, Clive.
I am Mare. I can be found at Oh Hello Mare pretty much on everywhere on the internet. I will be playing Nicola, the tough as nails investigator, except for the fact that she's slowly losing her sanity. I say slowly. It's actually pretty fast. So, yeah.
I am Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama. And tonight I will be playing Nick Vowell, the hunting expert.
Hi, I'm Corey, and I'm muted. And I'm not muted now. And I'll be playing Ash, the co-host, who is terrible on first takes, but apparently is really good at summarizing things.
And hello, I'm Miss Emo Fox. You can find me as Miss Emo Fox practically anywhere online. And I play our definitely not a demon medium, Ruby. And I'm pretty sure she's now engaged to Nick because of that donut. It's fine.
Can have half demon babies.
Have demon spider babies? It'll be great.
Fun times.
Yeah.
I think I read that.
Real life driders.
Whoa.
Uh,
Do they all talk like Nick?
yes.
Yeah, they're only
Yes.
terrifying until they speak.
I can
It's
see
one
into
octave
the
higher,
future.
so it's like.
All right. Let our chronicler regale us with the happenings of our last episode.
All right. As the curtains rise, we realize we're not quite in the mood to be alone tonight. Ruby offers to let anyone stay in her room who wants it, which is an appealing, if crowded, idea. Nick swings by his room, hoping he stashed some donuts in there. He finds some TSF International shirts and a manila folder, and notices the fridge seems offset. Going to fix it, he finds a stack of small, thin books. Opening the book, the pages have been cut out, and one single donut is hidden within. Going to his room to change, Clive finds his own clothing, along with a skirt and a pair of high heels. He ventures out and obtains some whiskey for the rest of us while examining his own laptop. There's a file labeled B-roll. It's mostly random clips of the house. Ash researches their own laptop, which appears to be heavily into cryptozoology. There's a reference to the Cooper house, that it was once the Macumsey house, built by an Edmund Macumsey. However, he disappeared without a trace some years ago. The same year, a mutilated body was found in the area. This seems to be some kind of pattern of people going missing and strange bodies being found. They also find a taped interview of themselves and Grace conducting an interview with James Burke and Alexis Romanov about their experience with the Cooper house. They sound like two teenagers and mention that Cooper killed his own children in their beds. They talked about seeing white spiders and a ghost child with no face running away. The interview ends and Ash hears strange voices, including a woman saying, "What the hell is that? Get away from it! Run!" And another deep voice saying, "Do you want to live?" Ash tears the headphones off and plays it for the group. "Wait, he killed his kids?" exclaimed Grace. But as Ash plays the interview back, the strange ending isn't there anymore. Grace offers to analyze the audio to look for hidden sounds. Nothing turns up, though just static. She yawns and suggests everyone get some rest and go to the Cooper house in the morning. Nick and Grace opt to bunk with Ruby, who sets up a fairly effective ward against nightmares. The others are plagued with nightmares, however, of sadness and terror. Clive has an awful nightmare of being near death in a nursing home, while Ash dreams of running from an unseen horror. Nicola dreams of a strange and twisted rebirth. We wake up feeling enervated. Grace spills her coffee while trying to make it, and as she treats her hand, notices Ruby seems to have developed a nosebleed. Nick has to deal with an upset stomach. "I'm trying to escape me," he says while bolting to the bathroom. He's not wrong. 3 small blobs climb out of the toilet and make a break for it. Nick captures one of them. It appears to be something like a white spider with no face. "I need a jar," he yells through the bathroom door. Grace provides a half-empty bottle of whiskey, and Nick lets her and Ruby glimpse what he has. It's sprouted eyes and legs and looks even more awful. Nick forces the creature into the bottle. Ruby wants to know where they came from and where they are. Nick manages to explain that they came out of him, and 2 escaped. Ruby draws a parallel between this creature and the white spiders mentioned in the interview. Nicola starts her morning with a long shower. For a split second, she thinks to herself, "That was great. Today's not going to be that bad." But she notices a strange lump on her shoulder, moving disturbingly when she touches it. Meanwhile, Ash has woken up under the bed. They struggle out from under the mattress and try to get to Clive's room, but their legs give out beneath them. It's not debilitating, but weird. They go to Clive's room, and as Ash tells Clive about their already eventful morning, Clive unpacks his early morning purchases: firearms and ammo. Ash gets a message on their phone. Their delivery has arrived and is being held in the front desk. Clive's phone starts ringing. It's an old man on the other end of the line, saying there's an incoming call from Los Angeles. It's Mr. Brentworth from the Miller Frost Studios. He's returning Clive's call from earlier about a rival film house. They seem like they just want to forget the whole project after one of their cameramen, David Kim, disappeared and the lighting assistant, Angie Walker, was murdered. Meanwhile, Ash is opening their delivery. It's an old book about labyrinths and legends. Ash has no memory of ordering it. Flipping through, they uncover legends of strange tunnels underneath Cleo that form a massive network around the world. They're watched over by some kind of monstrous deity who can be bribed for safe passage. As we convene, Nick shows Ash and Clive what's in his bottle. Clive studies it carefully before shooting it. Nick responds by punching Clive, but misses, and bursts into tears. Nicola, meanwhile, is asked if anyone found a lump on their body. She describes the experience, and Grace asks, "Are you sure you just didn't pop the lump?" This has a strange effect on Nicola, who seems to have developed a strange fear of the word pop. We bicker a bit about what to do next, but Clive has the keys and is convinced we're all infested with spider monsters, so we're off to urgent care for x-rays. They don't reveal any broken bones, but the clinician does send x-rays to a nearby hospital. There are some strange dark areas on the scan, which the doctor thinks could be cancer, but considering we all have them, it's probably not. Ruby asks for an ultrasound, which shorts out the entire machine. As we consider what to do next, Nicola realizes that everyone who has gone to the Cooper house has suffered afterwards, and we're the most recent people to experience that. Studying Ash's book, she realizes the book was written by Mr. McCumsey himself, using his name backwards as a pen name. The McCumsey family history is fairly tragic, and Ash notices a phrase in the book, "Children of the White Spider." Though the book does not give specifics. Whatever's going on, we're already in it. It's time to go to the Cooper house. Not before swinging by the hardware store for gasoline and matches. We're stopped outside by something we don't recognize. Or by someone we don't recognize, complaining about wasting his time for not doing the interview we'd previously arranged. Of course it's about the Cooper house. He talks about the case of a missing girl named Tiffany Jensen, and he thinks her disappearance might be connected. Of exceptional interest is the revelation that there's a realtor trying to sell the house, and she frequently visits the house. Doing a psychic reading, Ruby understands how much his career involved missing persons reports around the Cooper house, and how guilty he feels for not solving them.
Excellent. I think we're all caught
Another
up.
viewer has figured out that it's just you in disguise, Keanu.
Damn! You've realized my true favorite hobby. Don't worry, I'll film the next John Wick when I'm done with this.
John Wick TTRPG next?
Oh,
Yes.
ooh.
It's actually called Trinity Assassins, and Onyx Path Publishing is working on it.
Well, thank you, Onyx Path.
It's all developed around my life stories. So you guys have last stopped at the hardware store to gear up for whatever impending doom you think you're going to be going against.
So we have a lot of bug spray and 2 flamethrowers, I think.
And some gasoline.
That's right, to burn everything.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah, totally normal.
So the question is now, where are you going to go?
Are we going to
don't think we should go anywhere except the Cooper house. Like,
I thought we were talking about going
The
to talk
realtor.
with the realtor.
right. Never mind. I retract that statement. Let's go talk to her.
Because she's been in and out, and she's not missing, supposedly. She
Or
might be
full of
now.
spiders, as far as we know.
Don't show her any of the flamethrowers.
I don't think we should show anyone the flamethrowers regardless, because it's weird.
That's fair.
It is illegal to burn down buildings you don't own.
Ah, but they look so cool.
And I think it's also illegal to burn down buildings that you own.
More leeway in that case.
That's questionable.
Mm.
I wonder, is it illegal to burn down your own building?
For insurance, yes.
Well, I mean,
For fraud.
if you were to claim that it was an accident on insurance or something, obviously, but like, what if you were just like, nah, I was tired of that building. I felt like burning it down. It's yours.
I mean,
I'm
Imagine
sure there's
as long
some
as
kind
you
of
followed
zoning.
all zoning fire
Yeah.
laws.
the best answer is to call up the fire department. Like, hey, you guys want some practice?
I'll
I'm
want
about to
some
light
fire.
my house on fire.
Like
I
literally,
want to set my
call
house
them
on
up and they'll
fire.
be like, oh, yeah, we'll help get rid of that building and get some practice.
So it is not illegal to burn your own personal property unless another person or their property is injured by the fire.
All right.
All right.
So who's
Now we
gonna go
know.
buy this house?
Clive, you have the money.
The realtor's office is not difficult to find. There is only one in town. And asking anyone where it is, it will give you pretty straightforward directions. It's right off of the main road. When you head over there, you see a nice sign that says Volker Realty. There's a small building. Nothing exciting. Probably, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 offices. Nice little patio out front. You do
How
see a car
flammable
parked
does
in-
it look?
How flammable does it look? It is a brick building.
That's unfortunate.
Unrealty. Well, that one came from chat. I take no credit.
Clive looks at Ruby. Go do your thing with the talking.
Oh, okay. She'll slide out from between Grace and Nick because she's sitting in the middle, and get to the side and like open the car door and get out. And she'll go. She'll like look to see if there's any like open signs or closed signs before she tries to open.
They
the-
are open,
Okay.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Cool. She will open the door and walk in. Never to be seen from again.
Oh,
I'm
not
going
quite.
in with you.
Oh, okay.
So the main office that you walk into is fairly large. Nice little couch to sit down in. A couple of desks, but only one of them seems to be manned by a fairly charming, attractive woman. And you see that on the nameplate on her desk, it says Vanessa Valker.
It's morning,
One's
right?
That one's too crazy.
So while Ruby is gonna talk to this lady, I would like to, just casually look around because I'm sure she's got like framed stuff on her walls and like maybe some books and like I'm gonna look to see if there's anything overtly creepy.
And
Nicholas?
she finishes up some stuff on her computer and she looks up and she says, "Oh, good afternoon. How may I help you? My name's Vanessa Valker. I am the main
Hi.
realtor here."
Hi, Vanessa. My name is Ruby. I was actually interested in talking to you because of the listing that you have. The Cooper House.
Oh yes, the Cooper House.
Does she have like chairs in front of her desk that like Ruby could like sit down?
Yes, there's 2 chairs in front of her desk.
Okay, like Ruby will pull out a chair and like sit down with her. How has that been going? I'm in town with a few colleagues of mine, interested, not in purchasing the house, but if you could provide some insight, anything interesting that you found out, we're doing a report on it.
Oh well, I'm not sure I could help on too much of the history, but as for the property itself, I'm trying to find it. So the only history that I know is that soon after Mr. Cooper had murdered his wife, the bank foreclosed on its farm, and it was sold off to a nearby big farming company. However, because the land is a bit rocky, it's not very suitable for farming, and the new landowner had just left it standing, not wanting to pay for the cost of tearing it down. They are in search of someone to purchase the land because obviously they can't use it, but they're not going to be doing anything with it currently. So it just kind of sits there. And
Have you had much showings, traffic?
I have had a couple in the past. I'd say about 2 a month we get, as it is a large plot of land, and it is fairly reasonable as far as price.
I text Ruby, ask about the demons.
Yeah.
Grace,
Ruby replies, "Yeah, no." Instance.
Grace will lean over and whisper, "I thought he killed his kids."
Potato, he killed somebody. Do many of the showings that you have, do they know the history of the house before coming to see it?
I would imagine most people do when they come to look at, especially such a high, interesting, I guess we'll call it an interesting history of this town. That I'm sure that they do their homework.
While all this is happening, Nicola's looking up the Zillow app on her phone, and she's looking to see if it has it listed as haunted. And she's just like, is it one of those things to require that in this state? Just curious. Some states it is.
So for Nicola, when you do look this up, it is listed as a historical house.
Mm-hmm.
It is fairly straightforward. There's no lie in it. It talks about how it was once a farming land. The farming land is not suitable to be farmed. They're looking for it's only like $10,000 for the plot, and it's a couple acres.
So, I can also tell you in Michigan, that you're supposed to disclose psychological defects, but it's hazy on if you could get in trouble if you don't.
Oh.
Don't ask how I know that.
Chat's like, there goes my afternoon.
Does that mean like a spooky room has to be disclosed?
As a psychological defect, yes.
Like
Right.
the murder room?
A non-physical defect with the house.
Interesting.
So they have to report if it's haunted.
But they can list it as non-physical defect and just leave it at that. And then it's up to you to ask more.
Interesting.
Okay. Ruby would follow up. Does the home itself have any defects of any kind?
Well, it is very dilapidated, as no one has been there to keep it up. And then, you do have the rumors that it is haunted. Such an odd thing. I myself do not believe in that kind of stuff. But
You've never noticed anything interesting in the house? You've showed it many, many times.
well, with any old, dilapidated house comes, strange noises, creaks.
Pests?
Spiders.
By what do you mean by pests? You mean like vagrants?
No, I mean literally pests.
Oh, I'm sure that it has some type of rat infestation, raccoons.
Spiders?
Well, I mean, spiders do come into houses. I probably have spiders in this very office.
Can I see if I can get anything out of her?
She's being very earnest.
Okay. I have to say, out of the people that I've asked about the Cooper house, you have a very lucky experience with the house itself, in terms of it seems to be sheltering you from its underbelly, so to speak.
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes, I mean, yeah, I guess it's it is a compliment. Yes. I'm sorry. Do you mind, my colleagues and I wanted to tour the home. to get, some pictures and stuff, maybe some clips for our show. Could that be arranged?
I'm sure that could be arranged. Well, I mean, a house in this state is not exactly locked.
Okay.
So if you were wanting to go and check the house out, you are more than welcome. I will notify the police department to let them know that you will be on the property so that you're not arrested for trespassing.
Okay. Sounds great.
But all in all, you don't really need me. I actually have some other showings that I need to do today.
No, I just from the states that I've been in or visited, a realtor is required, so I apologize. I'm not quite familiar with the nuances of Michigan.
In a normal circumstance, yes, I would go with, but given the state of this property, it's kind of go at your own risk. As I stated, the property is in
dilapidated.
Fry-eye squint.
It is in great disrepair.
Of course.
So understand that if you are entering the property, you are entering at your own risk.
Of course. Thank you so much. Ruby would slide out and then put out her hand to have a handshake.
She will go to shake your hand.
Okay.
Immediately as you shake her hand, the room gets dark, and it's just you two.
Oh.
It's as if the darkness is emanating off of this woman.
Burn it with fire.
And her smile just gets bigger and bigger and cheesier.
Oh no. Aha.
Told you to ask about the demons.
You can't put your finger on it. It seems like something is blocking it, like blocking your ability to get more. But this woman is not right.
She'll finish up the handshake, give a polite smile, and then look over at Grace like, get out of here.
Yeah, did Grace pick up on anything creepy?
I would like either spot hidden from you or what else we got?
Same.
Yeah, if anyone was looking around the office, obviously not going through drawers or anything like that, but yeah, give me a spot hidden.
As someone who's almost insane, can I smell the crazy off this lady?
Nope, I see nothing.
Oh no.
That's an 82.
Oh, did mine go through? I can't see.
Oh yeah, it went through. It went through almost extremely well. That's a hard success for you.
Oh, solid. I'm looking at the wrong page, apparently. We're good.
So it seems that there is a back office area, and Miss Valker didn't close her door all the way. And just out of the small crack, you can see a large table, some candles lit, some books, old books, just from what you can see, like very old books stacked up on the table. Some kind of writing, you're not sure what it is.
Oh, so I see all this spooky stuff.
Yes, all this spooky stuff.
I just kind of make my way over to Ruby. It's kind of like, well, we should definitely check out that, definitely try and check out the Cooper house, meanwhile doing kind of like the look over there kind of face away from the lady, just kind of like.
At this point, Ruby can't tell if that's just Nicola's face now or if she's actually trying to tell her something.
Yes, how sneaky about this are you trying to be?
Is there a stealth roll or something in order to make that work? Or I'm
There is
being
a stealth roll.
I'm being relatively. I'm nervous about rolling now. If I rolled okay now, I can't afford to roll too
You're
much
like,
early
I
right
can't
now.
come back from
I
that.
can't afford that right this second.
it doesn't matter what you roll.
Oh.
That was a good face.
She rolled a 6 on
So
any type
On
of
a
spot.
see through your
See through
bullshit.
your bullshit.
yeah. So well, no matter what I did, just kind of gently gestured in that sort of direction. I was just like, there's.
She as the handshake ends, she goes, "Oh, you've seen my hobby.
Oh.
Would you like a closer look at it?"
Absolutely, I'm a bit of a history buff myself.
Oh, well, I used to be a professor at Brown University.
Oh, really?
Professor of
I'm sorry?
a professor of
Latin.
Latin. Oh, great. She Ruby goes off talking in Latin because she's like, oh, here you go. Like, oh, I gotta make you like me because otherwise you're gonna kill me in this office.
Yeah, so she stands up and starts walking back to this back room, and she opens the door, and she's got candles stood up, the obligatory mouse skull sitting over there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Some strange writings on the table. No pentagrams or anything super occulty.
Yeah.
But a number of dusty old tomes. And then she just starts going into it. She's like, yeah, when I was a professor, a couple of individuals had approached me and asked me to translate some passages out of a very ancient tome into English. I'm not sure the name of the book itself, but just the words and the passages. I started getting very interested in this thing called, I don't know, have you ever heard of this thing called the mythos?
No.
That sounds a lot of really cool mystery type of stuff, and I've just kind of come into it. So I started translating other tomes.
Oh.
Kind of feels my infatuation, I guess.
Do you have some of those tomes here right now?
Well, other than these 2 tomes right here, most of my other stuff is at home.
Oh. Do you mind?
Oh, by all means.
Inches closer.
Ruby does speak a little bit Latin enough to pass. So she looks over the item.
Tome.
All right, roll that Latin.
Oh God, this is fine.
Will library use be of anything to do with a book?
Not with gaining the title.
Oh. Okay. I'll spend a point.
Yes.
To have an extreme success.
All right. So looking at the very first book,
You don't need that.
as you translate it, you kind of flip the words around in your head.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a copy. So even though the tome itself is very old, it's definitely not an original. But it is a copy of Volume 4 of the Revelations of the Key.
Okay. Key. Interesting. That means nothing to me.
You could try and roll Mythos if you try and figure out what that is all about.
I got a singular point in that.
You could roll a 1.
I could.
or a very low number to spend luck on.
That is
I mean,
true.
I have rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 on my charm roll that first day to save Clive from himself. We're getting it in. Let's try.
Save you from demons.
You could lose 17, my man.
I mean, it is finale game, so
Yeah.
looking if you got them.
Yeah, because I have 93
Yes.
points. So
All right, spend them luck points.
okay, I'm spending.
All right. So you know that this book has to do with an entity called Ihort.
Okay.
That's all you're able to get.
Yep. She's mentally making notes of just okay, this is this and that is that, and oh my lord, none of my Latin classes prepared me for this. Okay.
The other book itself is a kind of like a translation assistance book.
Okay.
Common phrasing and stuff like that. It's nothing of importance.
And she'll just also look around to like the table and see if there's any like similarities between like stuff that she uses and like her seances and like what's in this room in terms of like materials.
Yeah, can we compare the candles?
Compare the girth. While your candles are of large girth, hers are not. Hers lack on the girth scale.
Okay, lacking girth. Got it.
Nicola would like to ask, we're with what the project that we're working on, you never know when any of this might be used. Would you mind if I took a picture of this just to, maybe add it in for ambiance, or if we end up using it, I'll be sure to give you credit for it.
I don't see why not.
Oh, thank you. This looks really interesting.
Oh,
Click.
Nicola's about to break her camera.
Click.
You click a picture.
Okay.
Where's the nearest Best Buy to Cleo?
While all this is going on inside, what are the rest of you guys doing outside?
Inventorying the weapons.
Nick is slowly coming to terms with the fact that his babies are going to eat him from the inside out. So he's just sitting there.
At the same
staring
time,
at the
Clive's
window.
like, yo, Nick, 10 more minutes if they're not out, then the monster got them, we torch it.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Ash is probably sitting there reading and trying to get more into the book from what was his name?
Macumsey?
Macumsey, yeah. I know there wasn't anything left in it, but Ash is probably looking for something else.
Give me
Because I got a really good occult roll reading it through the first time.
yeah, give me another one. See if you can get anything else.
It's okay, Nick. A good parent sacrifices anything for their children.
I'll spend 6 for regular success there, just in case.
Let's see. Pretty much everything you had gotten, most of the stuff.
I guess the thing that I would be looking the most into is trying to find any... Supposedly it's a labyrinth down there, so I'm looking for anything like navigational clues.
Aha. You find an entry just on your normal success. So you find an entry that regales Macumsey's interactions with 3 men and how he wishes they were still around. It talks about how the 3 men had planned to do some work around the farm itself, although he felt that they had a secret, like they had their own agenda, while they may have been posing as as construction workers, if it were. And it has always been rumored that he had a lot of money, so they might have been looking for his family fortune or whatnot. And a couple of words go by, more ramblings that you've come to know in this book. He does mention the word German bunker builder a couple of times. And that when he went to search for the men to confront him, he found them confused and filthy. And he just assumed that they had drank themselves to a stupor but they were doing construction somewhere on the eastern side of the property that was to lead into what was the basement at one point.
I'll make note. I think I might have found the labyrinth entrance, if there is one. We'll have to check on the east side of the property when we get there. I'll say that
Excellent.
to Clive and Nick, who are both equally as quiet as I am in this car, so it probably like almost jump scares.
Do you hear that, Nick?
myself.
At least we can accelerate our own doom.
Yay. Great. Yeah.
Also, they've only got 5 more
Hey,
minutes.
if we
you
make
guys.
it out of it, this will make a really good episode, Clive.
I'm
Sorry
already-
about this.
I'm already assuming this is going to be our legacy episode. We get famous because we die, martyred for the show.
All right.
It's right about this time that Miss Volker looks at her watch and says, well, if that'll be all, I really must be going. I have another showing to attend.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for your time.
She pulls a card off of her desk. She hands it to you. She says, if you do need anything, feel free to call.
Of course, and she'll grab it. And I guess she'll look at Grace and Nicola and nod for them to head out of the office.
As you all head out, you hear her grabbing her purse and her keys. She locks the door. As you guys exit, she locks the door behind her, gets into her car, and goes in the opposite direction.
Okay. Ruby climbs into the SUV.
Before you even get sat down. So, did the demons spread to the realtor?
I believe whatever relationship the realtor may or may not have with otherworldly beings started way before that she was here. She
There are
used to
definitely
be a
demons involved.
She used to be a professor of Latin, and she has some very interesting books on a being creature named
Demon McDemon Face.
Ihort.
Ihort.
Maybe Ehort. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Ihort, Ehort. I
Pronounce it however you
also
want.
speak and read Latin myself, so I was able to glimpse a little of the tomes that she had in her back room that also had like candles and other paraphernalia, and I couldn't read her. So whatever is with her stops me. So that was disconcerting. But
The whole time, Clive's like, he's in the back getting the flamethrower out, looking at the building.
don't know. But as far as the house goes and her, maybe whatever she's connected with protects her from the stuff that's going on in the house. But she seemingly doesn't have any of the negative after effects that everybody else has. But she shows the house about twice a month to people.
Oh, so good
Has
demons.
she
Okay, I get back
not-
in the van.
Has she not noticed a pattern of her potential clients disappearing or turning up dead?
Well,
I don't know.
If she was somehow protected, it would make sense if she brought people there, they would be protected.
Until she leaves. She tends to tell people to go there on her own from the sound of it.
Or maybe it was just for us since it was a last minute thing and she had other appointments.
And we're quite clearly not interested in buying the property, just looking at it.
Though,
So, like, if
it's
we
not
were
very
like,
expensive.
hey, maybe we're gonna buy it, she might have come with.
Like maybe if Clive would have come in here with his big bucks and fanciness, like maybe.
Wait, you
but-
told her we're going to the house?
Yes.
Oh, they're totally getting you for arson now.
She knows all of us are going to the house. Clive, my coworkers or companions, and myself.
Yeah, but you're the one on the security camera.
So are Grace and Nicola.
That's true. You guys are screwed.
Ash, can you make me either a history or a library use roll?
Arsonists are hardly ever female, so they won't guess us. They'll guess us last. So they'll get to you guys first.
Okay, but like my probation is this close to being up.
Excuse me? Probation for what?
None of your business.
How can you say
I
none
got a
of my
regular
business when you
success.
just bring up that you're this close to being
On
off
history.
probation?
Off. This close to being off.
I know.
So when they mention the name Ihort, you remember that that's one of the names that comes up in the book written by McCluskey.
McKimsey. McCluskey?
McCluskey.
I'll flip back to that section and reread it aloud minus the ramblings.
You're gonna make me find it again.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Sorry. Can't you just control F Ihort?
That, my friends, is called witchcraft.
Ah. So he talks about the entity of the labyrinth and how this entity gives passage to those that, you know, either pay their dues or pay homage. It is their god, in quotes, terrifying monstrous deity who likes to be bargained with. And it is said that if it senses life in the labyrinth, that it would open up the secret passage leading to its chamber, and it would make the offer. While most agree and are able to pass through the labyrinth unscathed, others do not.
It doesn't mention what the offer is, does it?
No,
No, of course not.
it just calls it the bargain.
But Ihort is the entity with which they're bargaining.
Yes.
You said she left the building, right?
Yes, she left.
All right. Maybe we should go back and steal her tome. It might have some secrets for dealing with Ihort.
I got a few pictures from it, but
Oh, that'll be great.
yeah. Can I hands camera over towards Dash?
Oh, I can't read that.
Oh, okay. Well, she can't read that either.
Ruby holds out her hand. Can I read aloud whatever picture, like page that she took?
I don't know. Which page did you take?
I took
A
pictures
page
of
in the beginning, the middle, or the end? Or just the cover?
I flipped through a few pages and just kind of got them for ambiance pictures, still photos.
Should roll a couple D-hundies and see what
page we landed
Let's see what
on.
Yeah,
sections
sure.
you get.
Yeah, give me 2D100s. Yeah.
Meanwhile, by the
You
way,
took the pictures.
as soon as Ash mentioned maybe we should break in, Clive got out of the van and disappeared around the back.
Oh,
God.
All right.
I don't have enough brain width to chase after that toddler. It's
Wait,
fine.
did that work?
My locksmith is only 16, so I'm not.
Mine is 60.
Nice.
Oh,
Are my things not going through?
Your things are not going through.
You said your locksmith was 16, and like my brain took that to mean you had like a teenager on call.
hey Jimmy, come here. I need you to pick a lock for me.
It's all right. Clive's is 60, much more experienced on the job.
I got a 1 for locksmithing. That's how good I am.
Oh my gosh.
Did you break
Alright.
it?
I think I broke it. I'm so sorry.
Click the dice at the bottom.
I did.
Click a
Oh.
D10 and then add a 0.
I did.
Oh, it's
And
just
then
not
hit
doing it?
enter. and
Here,
it
let me.
didn't
I'm
refresh.
gonna
Well, then, by all means, allow me to roll meat space dice for you. High or low?
close. I know.
Oh, mine didn't go through either.
Yeah. All right. Dicey dice it is.
Dicey dice.
Wait, isn't one of our? I need to buy new dice. We have a dice in the merch store. Yeah.
Sorry, did you roll some for me?
I did. You
Wait,
want
wait.
I'll have to
high or
look and
low on
see.
that?
Should add a dice to the merch store so I can buy some dice.
You want high or low on that than my first roll?
Hi.
Succeeded. High or low on the second?
Hi.
All right. So you're gonna get something of use and something that's garbage.
Okay, we would like the one of use, please.
Well,
So on one of the last pages that you did take a picture with, well, the picture is very small. Some of the details are cut off a little bit, but it is some type of incantation to where you can call forth this entity.
oh.
However, you do need to be in the labyrinth.
Ruby's
It has the specifics, and you know that this is taxing. Not like you have to, bring sacrifices with you, but it is going to be taxing on whoever does it.
does it. Oh,
mentally
the rolls
and
are
physically.
coming through now.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have a couple because I also tried rolling.
Well, you would have gotten 2 things of garbage, so I guess it's better that you.
Yeah, thank you for rolling for me.
As Ruby's reading it through the camera preview screen, like her eyes just slowly get bigger and bigger of like, well, it's a spell, a incantation ritual, to call forth that being, as long as we're in the labyrinth.
Clive's in the back of the building going, summon a demon to fight a demon. Yeah, that'll work.
It's the same demon that we would be fighting. I don't have how that would work, but you're not here.
Is Clive trying to break in?
Yep.
Give me that lockpick roll.
05.
Like a 5?
5%. Yes.
On a 60?
Yes. Critical success.
That is a critical success. The back door was unlocked. You go and stick it in, and it's just, oh, well, all right, whatever.
I go inside and lock it behind me.
All right. So the door that leads to is not the back room that the other 3 had entered, but more of the, it's like a filing room.
Do I see
Looks
security
like
cameras?
we're all... No, there are no security cameras in here.
I'm gonna rifle this room, and then whatever room matches the description of the so-called magic book room.
The file room is... No rolls are going to be needed for this. The file room is very blah. Property listings, property sales, names of customers, percentages, nothing of interest at all that has anything to do with anything.
Next room.
The next room is indeed the room that you are looking for. And as the front of this building does have windows, all of you see Clive walking out of one door and walking into another through the car window in the front of the building.
Don't call attention to him, Ash.
But you were able to enter that room with no problem. The door is not locked at all. It's actually still cracked a little bit.
I'm gonna take the evil book. Or books.
Like I said, there were only 2 books here. One that was helping with translation. The other one was the copy of the book.
I take them, and then I light the candles.
They're actually smelly candles.
Okay.
They smell like cinnamon. Beechwood.
That's nice.
That's nice.
And blood.
And blood.
What?
And then
Dragon's blood, you know.
I go back in the filing room, and I grab a bunch of the papers from the filing room, stuff all the trash cans, and deliver one candle to each trash can, and then I leave.
Leave it to Tyler.
It'll take a minute for that to turn into anything bad. We'll be gone.
Enact destruction. All right, so you commit an act of arson. And
I come back out with the books and say, okay, we should go. She was doing blood sacrifices. Just drive.
No, she wasn't.
I hand you one of the candles. It's like smells of and covered in blood. Right, she wasn't.
It could be animal blood.
That doesn't make it better.
you start to see smoke.
Like
You start to see smoke coming out of the back of the building.
Drive, Ash!
We need to drive. We need to drive. We need
Who's
to drive.
driving?
We need to drive.
I'm not going
Clive?
back to jail.
You were driving, Clive.
Oh, okay.
Clive
I'm
is
just
driving.
surrounded by
This is
criminals.
Clive's car.
Grace is like, yeah, I get you, Nick.
Like Grace, Nick. What? I'm just surrounded by criminals.
Clive glances at you, Ruby, while he's speeding and is like, who did you think I would hire?
Some customers walking out of the Blooms and Things flower and wreath store next
Clive,
door are kind of
drive.
like looking like, is that building smoking?
You better drive now, or.
Oh yeah, I already took off.
Oh, good. Somebody drive.
I thought you had a record, Ruby, but I was wrong, but it was too late to back out on the contract.
I mean, have you noticed how we never actually talk about how we met?
Remember how we didn't
I-
know what was going on when we were in a car accident?
Clive
It's too
was
late
my
now.
very first hire. We were doing a haunted prison. They had low security, and now Clive works for me.
You are Clive.
I meant Nick, sorry.
Plot twist.
About the demons.
We're
Turns
sudden-
out Clive was the demon the whole time.
we're suddenly playing Dune, Rachel. Everyone is Clive.
Everyone is Clive.
Oh, goodness.
Ruby holds out her hand for the tome.
I kind of like this book. I like
It
how it
has an
feels in my hand.
incantation. No. Grab. It has an incantation to call forth the deity while we're in the labyrinth itself. And it will be extremely depleting of both my mental and physical energy to do so.
I'm going to the house now.
Yep.
Can I
Since
have the
apparently I'm
tome to
driving.
read it over?
Yes, you can have time to study the tome.
Okay.
She's asking if Clive will give it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I am asking if Clive's gonna
Oh.
give it to me.
Clive, give her the book.
I'm
Only
The
if she
only
promises
one-
to give it back.
Sure.
He's the only one who can read Latin, Clive.
I show you the translation book.
Latin? I can.
I don't need the translation book, Clive. I can read Latin.
It will help you read it faster.
Well, okay then, Mr. Keeper. I'll take both books then and sit lounge back. I might put one of them propped up on Nick's leg and just start going through.
So now that you actually have the book, you're able to read some other little passages without getting the entire thing translated. It does talk about broods. You see more entries of the white spiders,
Okay.
bargain for safe passage.
Does it say what what recommended bargains there are for safe passage?
It does not say.
Of course not.
It only states that the bargain must be struck willingly.
Okay.
I mean, Nick did say he always wanted to be a dad. I'm sure it was willing at the time.
Now that brings up something for Ruby.
You guys make your way to the Cooper house.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, while we're driving and while Ruby's translating, when they get to the Cooper house and park, she'd like to make a phone call before going in, just in case.
All right. So before you make that phone call and you come up to the Cooper house,
I
does
also
kinda sit
drive straight through the entryway, ignore the front of the house, and go directly to where Ash said we should find the secret entrance.
Wait,
All right.
with your car?
Yeah.
It's all dirt and farmland.
Not driving
so-
I mean,
into it, over
it's an
to it.
SUV.
I mean, that's what I thought you meant.
It's an
We're just
SUV
going- we're
and
just
it's
going
farmland, right? You
balls
should
to
be
the
able
wall.
to
I thought
just
it was
go,
a
yeah.
van.
I call it a van, but it's an SUV.
Oh, yeah, I was about
The
to say, are we
keeper established
Scooby-Dooing
that in the
this
first
thing?
episode.
Yes, it is an SUV. So the Cooper house itself does sit on very rocky ground. It is at the end of a weed-choked dirt path that kind of acts as a driveway. There's no gate. There was a gate there once, but it is long gone. You see that the fields are on either side of the property line. You can see that there are seas of tall green corn stalks. Immediately behind the house proper, you see a small barn about the size of a one-car garage. The roof's totally collapsed. The paint on the walls on the outside of the house is just like that nasty beached blue, where it's not chipped away. From what you can tell, most of the windows are boarded up, most of them nailed shut. The front door is just wide open.
I mean,
I look
I'm
over
kind
it.
of in favor of doing the Kool-Aid Man with the van now.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I look over at Grace and I'm like, you must have been the last one out.
Makes you say that.
You always leave the doors open.
Okay, that one time. It wasn't my fault. The rain was not my fault.
So as you guys do come up the driveway and start heading towards the eastern side of the property, I need everyone to make spot hidden.
It works.
33 out of 60, so I'll spend 3 points to make that hard.
All right.
Ooh. Nick.
Nick is really worrying about the babies inside of him right now.
Nick starts like rubbing his beer belly and just starts going, I'm gonna be a daddy. I'm ready.
Oh no. Ruby's very engrossed in that book over there.
Very, very engrossed. All right. Anyone who had a hard or extreme will notice as you guys are, because you guys are kind of flying up with Clive behind the wheel. You'll notice that in the driveway, because it's just kind of a dirt path anyways, there are a single row of tire marks that, just based on what you can tell, go in, and then as you continue to follow them and start to head off towards the east side of the property, the driveway itself kind of wraps around in front of the main house, kind of like a roundabout, and you see big deep tracks that kind of looks like someone spun out and hit the accelerator very hard going away from the house.
So that's where we took off from. Where's the secret entrance, Ash? I'm assuming you already found it once.
Very likely that we're doing this for the second time.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, once you guys reach the eastern end of the property, it's just dead farmland.
Well, let's try to
You
find
mentioned
this secret
something
entrance.
about digging a bunker.
Yes. As 3 men were looking for something. That was many, many years ago. Just looking at the ground itself, it doesn't look like there's been any digging here other than, partially farming 20 years ago.
I'll get out, grab the 2 tire irons, toss one to Ash. Let's go find your bunker.
We don't have any
Clank,
drones,
clank, clank.
do we?
Any drones?
I don't know. Maybe.
Camera drones?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a camera drone for doing like a flyover shot or something.
That is a good question. What is everyone's...
My pilot's only 1.
I
So-
have cinematography 60.
My credit rating is 50.
That's what I was gonna say. What's everybody's credit?
19.
15.
10.
So
15.
I'm gonna look for a basement.
We're using Clive's credit rating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is his show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll
43.
your credit rating. 43?
Yep.
You have 1 drone.
Yay!
Yay!
Maybe you can see like a dip in the land somewhere from above with the drone, Nicola.
Yeah, we could definitely look. So, Nicola takes all of her gear, gets it put together, particularly like with the camera, with the viewfinder, so that she and Ash can take a look.
Does Grace
Yeah,
find a
yeah.
basement
Well-
while that's happening?
A little remote control.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones are going into the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grace
So-
is. I'm standing outside with the flamethrower.
Ruby's reading the book in the trunk.
That's why I'm staying nearby with the flamethrower.
Okay. So for Nicola, with this drone, actually, who is going to pilot it and who is going to run... You can run both. You can pilot it and do the camera, or you can have someone else pilot and someone else do the camera.
Well,
I'm
who-
assuming that it'd be cinematography for both.
I think it would be cinematography for both, right?
You are the
Can you
cinematographic person.
cinematographically fly anything?
Yeah, I mean it's using cameras. This just happens to be a flying camera.
So,
I mean,
what you're saying
the
is
60
if we put a camera in a helicopter.
Film school has changed, you guys.
All right. I will allow...
you can fly a drone with an iPhone, Tyler. Like,
This
come
is-
on.
this is
like,
true.
Like the
I can.
cinematography.
That
The
doesn't mean.
cinematography is the hard part, right?
This is true.
Mr. Keeper, may I use my cinematography roll for this, sir?
You may. Give me
Yay.
cinematography.
I would like to spend points. Some points, sir.
That'll be 13 points to make it a
Sure.
regular success.
Well, don't crash the drone up.
I'm at a do I shouldn't spend more than that if I'm trying to survive this.
No.
That would be way too. All right,
Sure.
regular.
Wait,
we'll do
you're
fine.
trying to
That's-
survive? Huh.
So the
oh,
drone
wait.
goes up. You do a nice little circle of the outward area, and what you can tell is you don't see anything that sticks out initially. Then as you continue to kind of roll around, do a couple of circles, the crop, or what's left of the crop, is dead in one specific area. And it kind of looks like a path leading out of the house. And it goes into like a huge circle, kind of like central to like you're standing right on top of it.
Oh,
and then
we're in the
everything-
middle of the circle.
Just
As
you.
we're- Just me
Just you.
in the middle of the circle
It's a very large circle, but
with the
for
drone.
right now you're the only one standing there.
Great.
I probably would have followed.
Yeah,
as I was watching
Ash?
the
Okay.
footing, which-
Then you're both in it.
I think I think I
this
found it.
probably it. Bring
This
those
is-
tire irons over here, Clive. I'll yell.
I think we found it. So it's like showing the viewfinder there of Clive comes over and is like, I guess it's right underneath us, like right down. Clive, you got the tire irons?
Clive is deciding if he's willing to walk away from Ruby, who's clearly becoming more possessed the deeper she goes into that evil book. But yes, he will come with the crow. He will come with the tire irons.
Bring her here. Make her touch the ground. See if she can touch the ground. And it has.
That's a good plan. Hey, Ruby.
Hey, you should get a good shot of them coming over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Like and like does like fancy like cool like overhead like down like cool like it is banging. We are the best web series out there. No wonder we're getting calls from LA.
Hold on a moment, Clive. I need to do something just real quick. And she like pulls out her phone to call the emergency room.
A nurse answers.
Hi, my name is Ruby. I was just in there a couple of like an hour or two ago. I have no sense of time anymore. I had the doctor do a test for me, and I was just wondering if he got the results yet.
One moment, please. Here's some shuffling of papers. Yes. Well, this is odd.
Oh?
You just asked for this test this morning, correct?
Yes.
Well, I don't know whether to say, oh my gosh, or congratulations. It seems that you are 7 months pregnant.
Like Ruby just like breaks down.
Not quite sure. You know what? Okay, there is a note on here that he's going to send your blood sample to another hospital for a double check, but based on the initial readings, yes, your estrogen levels were of what they need to be for pregnancy, and based on the timeline, yes, 7 months.
Thank you.
Amazing. Congratulations.
So much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I guess I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Clive is just standing there. You had that on speaker.
Did not.
Grace, you walk into the house to look for a basement.
Avoiding all this nonsense.
All this nonsense. So as you walk inside, obviously the house is abandoned and in great disarray. However, when you do walk into like the main foyer area, you see a lot of abandoned filming equipment. Light stands, audio cables, cooler filled with melted water.
I'm gonna look over it because I know that, like, shows a lot of times will put branding on their equipment. Like, do these have TSF stickers on them?
Bet they do.
Okay.
And it's
Holy
not even as
shit.
if these things were dropped. They were neatly stacked.
Okay. Why on earth did we abandon $50,000 worth of AV equipment? Clive's gonna be so mad.
If Clive was there, he'd say, "'Cause the worms came for us."
Continue searching.
All right, as you continue to move in, the house is very simple. It does have an upstairs. But on the main floor, you see a kitchen, a bathroom. As you move into what you believe to be the living room, you hear someone speaking. It's like, no, I was here. No.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hi, do you need help?
Yes? And like from around the corner, you see this filthy man. I mean, his hair's matted, his clothes are awful. Just as he rolls into view, he just stinks of stale sweat, cigarettes, and booze.
Hey, dude.
He's got these huge eyes, and he's kind of drooling out the side of his mouth. He's got a bloody
You
nose.
okay?
It's you. I know it was here. I know this place is what did it to me. And then from his hand that was behind his back, he's got a chair leg, and he starts like, "Get away from me! Tell me now what happened.
Okay.
What happened to me?
Hey! Look, it's gonna be okay. Let's just be cool, all right, man? We're just gonna be cool, cause I don't want to hurt you, and I know you don't want to hurt me.
I know it was here." He's looking
All
around.
right.
I know
What
it
are you
was
looking
here.
for? Just tell me what you're looking for, and we'll find it together, okay?
I don't know, but I know it's here. I know it.
Grace will get out her phone and text "Crazy guy, please help" to like the group chat.
Just as you guys get crazy guy help texts, the filthy man drops his chair leg. He grabs his head and he goes, "Oh, pain!" He like comes, like drops on the ground. He's writhing. "Ah, ah." And Grace, on his head, you see like a little crack. And that crack opens up a little bit, like a tear in his flesh. And it just keeps growing. And it just keeps growing. He starts spitting up blood on the ground. You can see his eyes turning red.
I just look at Clive. So,
And all of you hear this immense screaming coming from inside
Ivan's
the
fully
house.
stepped outside himself now. This is
I know you're just Clive now, Nick, and I'm Nick. That's how my sanity loss is manifesting.
His shirt starts to wiggle. Pulses. Starts to turn red from the inside.
Yeah, so you hear just like Grace screaming, like, Clive, we're gonna need that gasoline.
Clive walks up and torches the guy. No hesitation.
Oh, beautiful. So as you go and you torch this man who's writhing and obviously in a great deal of pain, you hear an enormous pop.
Oh no.
And as if he was an overcooked hot dog, he bursts open.
Nope.
It spills out thousands
Nope.
and thousands
Nope.
of tiny white little girly
Nope.
things.
I'm torching the whole area, screaming. Nope.
You can hear
You
tiny
should probably
screams.
run away, Grace, because I'm torching
You can hear
everything.
tiny screams
Way ahead
as
of
they
you.
are caught in the fire.
I torch everything within 20 feet of it.
It's pretty much the entire living room.
The living room is on fire then. I back out of the house, torching all the other rooms all the way to the door.
Yeah, like Grace just like bolts out of the house and like, oh my god, there was a man and like a homeless man and he was screaming for help and then he exploded.
And then Clive backs out, yelling, "Nope!" And you see him unhook the flamethrower and throw the butane can in the house. Nope! Keeps backing away.
Ruby gets out to like intercept Grace and like run with her like away from the house.
Probably shouldn't film this.
Nicola's trying to get the drone back and catching like all of this. It's like, I'll fix it in post. It's okay.
Ruby like tosses the tome to Nick and be like, "Oh god."
I'm waiting for the
As
house
you,
to explode.
Oh, the house isn't going to explode yet. I have a little countdown.
Oh,
Oh yes, I was expecting this.
no one said pop. Something
said
went
it.
pop.
We
Yes.
heard it.
Yes, it went pop.
No one said the word pop.
The word.
However,
Trust me, I'm ready.
You all say that, and then Clive's like, "That guy just popped! What the hell?"
God.
Pop.
And there goes Nicola.
No. So Nicola hears the word pop and just drops the drone controller. And the drone itself is like making its way, like crashing down to whoever might be standing nearby. Towards anyone. And just like starts immediately like just scratching at her face, just going pop, 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 like just clawing at her skin and like pulling, like leaving scratches along there as if she's like something's trying to like get out of her. And she's just pulling at her hair, clumps coming off in her hands. So
Ruby will depart from Grace to go run over to Nicola.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was already kind of over there, but I don't know that I have any way of helping with that.
Did you dodge the drone?
Good.
Yeah, I can't help land the drone. I can't really
You're gonna catch
talk
it with
her
your
down. I'll tell Ruby to dodge the drone as she comes running in. God, the drone's gonna split.
Right, I need Nicola to roll me a d6.
Oh, that's big.
A goodie.
I stop for a
Goody
second and
gumdrops.
look at Grace and say, "There's a lot of camera equipment in there." Nope.
No.
And this is how Grace knows it's serious, because oh wait, shit. Like not even because that camera was expensive, dude.
Help me. At the break, I'm gonna get my hand dice. It's doing the thing again. Can I
All
have-
right.
Thank you. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
you were leaving it in my hands. This is scary.
I don't like that. Can someone else roll it if you got hands people dice?
I got a
Anyone else
4.
have math racks?
I got a 4.
A 4? All right. You will take 4 damage as you start scratching your face and
Should've let
ripping
Dwayne
out
roll.
chunks of hair.
I'll try to
Boy.
stop her. Be like, no. He said soda. He said soda. It's okay.
Just like scratching it. I don't know. She's just like completely like just trying to and like almost like crazy eyed is looking at Ash as he's saying things like like all but hissing at him as she's still clawing. But where's damage on this thing?
It is in the
Bottom right?
Hit points upper left.
upper left.
Got it. Okay. Ooh, so I take 4 damage.
How many
Yep.
do you have?
10?
Not half. You're okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruby's coming in.
Coming in hot.
Her mama bear instincts are now kicked into overdrive. It's
Be
fine.
careful with the baby.
Shut up! 5!
I need everyone to make dodge rolls.
Ah!
Oh no.
Wait, what are we dodging?
The
A
drone.
house.
Oh,
Oh,
am
Oh, I
I
finally
about to
made
get
that one.
exploded by a
I need to use
freaking
it.
house?
I'm gonna spend 30 luck points to make that roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait and see if it rolls because Astral's being funny right now.
Mine just
Hmm.
rolled. It didn't roll my other one, but it did roll this one.
I have one from Grace and I have one from Nicola.
I'm probably gonna spend some luck, keeper sir.
You are 15 short of a success.
Cool.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my other dice
D-
roller.
15.
Actually,
Grace is a regular success.
Oh, sorry, I
I'll-
didn't mean to click that. I'm clicking.
I'll be spending 10 luck to get a regular success as well.
Tony, I think I'm doing okay. I think I am doing okay today.
/C roll.
But
I'll spend 5 for normal.
Cheerful Entropy is offering his aid.
oh,
Oh,
to aid to the players or to me?
aid to made of kimchi.
I
I don't.
I
I don't like.
am rolling. I'm
gonna
gonna
take
re-roll.
Tony's aid anyways because why not?
So it was what 13 I have to.
I'm
make?
gonna use one of my shout out points to re-roll the tens
Okay.
on my stuff because I rolled an 89 and that's not gonna do.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I
Ash.
forgot. I've got one of those. Too.
Ash, you have a very large differential as well.
The first roll was a 35 on a 30, and I spent 5 luck before it then rolled the second time I clicked
okay,
it.
yeah, I see it. Okay,
So I went with the first result there.
gotcha.
And I had
need
spent
to
5
take
luck to
away
make it a regular.
All right.
My friends are gonna be wondering why I'm using all my Discord chatbots right now.
I'm just using my calculator for math.
No, don't aid the house.
Stop it.
Entropy, bad entropy. No.
House falls, everyone dies.
I'm assuming I have to take the new roll.
Yes, you have to take the new roll.
I got a 99.
Ruby,
God,
no.
Ruby.
It was
I-
nice knowing me and my baby for like 5 seconds. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't think you did very well on that one.
Oh, really? I had an 89. I'm like, I'll get it down lower. It's fine. No. No, I didn't.
All right. Not really sure what the damage of an exploding house is.
It's actually something like that in the book.
Is it?
Oh God.
Oh, sorry. That's...
It's a lot of d6s.
Yeah.
It's size based. You really don't want to know.
Well, no, I'm more worried about the shrapnel. You guys are far enough away to where the blast isn't going to hit you. It's more the
Grenade stats.
flaming debris and
Grenade stats.
grenade stats.
5d6.
Ruby and Nick almost could have had a child.
Here we go. Okay, that's a lot of numbers.
Oh, this is so sad.
I mean, you're 7 months along. You should be fine. Baby should be fine.
Mhm. All right, it's 6:32, so we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna let everyone know how much damage they took.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
See you in 10.
And we have returned to the sounds of a boom as heat and shrapnel, fire come raining down as the house explodes in
I was just like, why am I in the middle now?
a joyous, fiery dance of the immortals. I don't know what that means. Making our rolls, everyone was able to cling to the edge of their teeth, the exception of one. As the house explodes and shrapnel rains down, one of the support beams flies and hits Ruby smack in the head. You all see her body go limp on the ground. Nick, I need you to make... Well, this is your breaking point. Uh-huh.
What am I making?
That's a good point. I didn't read up on breaking points.
It's a power roll, and then there's a chart for it.
Oh, is it? All right, roll that power.
And it's not going through. Okay, all right. So I got a 35, which is my hard power. If it matters. Otherwise, it's just regular.
Give me 1 sec. Gotta find table. As the rest of you see this horribleness occur and the brutally injured body of Ruby hitting the ground, the dead plants and whatnot start to catch flame around you.
Dwayne, question.
Yes.
Is Ruby out? I don't mean necessarily dead, but like unable to interact for a while.
Unable to interact for...
Because what should happen is because he made the power roll, instead of a long-term derangement, he gets a short-term 10 minutes to an hour, and you roll on the chart, but there's one in here that's perfect. You pick someone else and mistake them for being Ruby. You are convinced that person is now Ruby.
Okay, alright.
There we go.
Infinite Monkey Tails, thanks for the raid. You guys are awesome.
Yes, thank you guys.
Hi. Hi.
Thank you.
And thank you for the follows.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Nicola's the new Ruby.
I am.
Due to proximity.
Great.
Ruby was running towards you.
Oh,
Unless
boy.
anyone else would like to volunteer to be the new Ruby.
No, I'm here for it, Donut Boy.
Okay.
All the rest of you do have, scratches and cuts as you are. You do have some bit of injuries from the shrapnel hitting. And just the sight of Ruby's body, I need everyone to roll sanity.
Clive will voluntarily fail.
Of course he will. What does that put you at?
I've only lost 5 points since we started.
Oh.
Oh, wait, what's the... Did I click the right thing? Oh, I didn't click it.
I'm at 68. I started the game with like 73.
I have failed, not of my own fruition.
All right. Ash looks good. Nicola, not good.
You're about to get like a whole bunch of sanity rolls from me. I'm gonna type
Does
that
luck work
in.
on sanity?
Luck does not work on
Nope.
sanity.
Ah! Could I use one of my happy thank you chat points to re-roll that? Oh, I guess I can't. No, because that'll just get worse because my sanity sucks. Never mind.
Oh, I fail.
Grace,
Gotta
not
roll
good.
with it.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with it.
Even to the map.
Like
Well,
I rolled
it's-
with a house beam.
Wait,
You did roll into that.
did Nicola fail when Nicola's already having a derangement?
Yes. Yeah. All right. So anyone who failed is going to lose another 3 sanity.
Is Nicola like out?
I will be at 5 total. Wait, you said 3 is what we lost, right?
Correct.
Cool. So yeah.
So
Minus just a few.
there is a thing that's supposed to happen now, Dwayne, to Nicola.
Yes. It goes to phase 2.
Delusions and reality checks.
Yep.
Nicola will totally believe that she's Ruby now.
Oh my god, I can see. I'm psychic.
Nicola.
So before you make your reality check.
Oh, is that a check?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a check.
Check reality.
I would like to roll for reality, please.
So as the last parts of the house, fall to the ground, you start to hear more pop, pop, pop. And a lot of you realize that not only are there pieces of house falling down around you, but there are little baseball-sized white spiders falling from the heavens. Probably shot out from the house. Some of them are landing and being okay and skittering through the fields. Others are hitting, some of them are on fire. They land on the ground and just, some of them hit you. I need a good bout of madness for Nicola. So as you see these little white things start to land on the ground, what you see as they hit, everyone else sees them running away. You see them coalescing on your legs, like crawling up you, like creating a suit. Like that one scene in The Matrix where he's like, it's cold. And it starts coming up your leg, up your arm. Keeps going, and it keeps going up around the back of your head. And they just keep crawling and crawling and crawling. And it starts to go over one part of your eye. And as you go to scream, now roll your reality check.
That's what I was.
So it's going to be just a sanity roll.
Just a. And I can't use luck on a sanity roll, huh?
Nope.
When it starts going down, it goes down quickly.
Nope. I don't know what we were expecting, but it was probably something like that.
So lose
52 to
one
5.
lose one more sanity.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to clear.
And as you scream, everyone's looking at you as you're just like, ah, ah, ah. In your eyes, as you scream, they go in and you start choking.
For the audience, Nicola now has 4 sanity.
Yeah.
And you're choking. They go down. And as you're grabbing at yourself, like you feel your throat like bulging out as they go down. Everyone else seeing is just like, I don't know what's going on. In reality, you're just choking on your spit.
Except for Clive, who watches Nicola, goes to the SUV and reloads the flamethrower.
Nick runs out of the SUV and rushes over to Nicola, yelling, Ruby! Ruby, are you okay? Oh my god.
I run to the real Ruby.
Everybody
Same.
just left Ruby
No, I'm
bleeding out in the middle of a field.
I'm gonna help her.
I have a small amount of first aid.
Me. I've had the successful first date.
Hey, Grace, is Ruby dead? The real one.
I don't know, Keeper, is she?
Roll medicine or first aid. Actually,
Oh.
yeah, first aid's fine.
I'm gonna
Whichever's
fuck
higher,
this up so bad.
medicine or first aid.
Okay, first aid is 30, medicine is 1. So that's an easy decision.
So
Okay.
Ruby was coming towards Nicola.
My browser is.
I was
acting very
next to
slow.
Nicola, so I'm also there. So my first aid was a regular success.
So just looking at her, are you like going over and checking her?
Oh, I mean, yeah, check for a pulse. Like,
The pulse
got-
is very weak, breathing is very shallow, and that gash needs. There's a lot of blood. A gash in the head needs staunched.
What did Grace get?
Grace has a very slow browser, so
Oh.
I think it's having trouble.
Astral is having a day.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
and
go
I
ahead
forgot
and
to get my actual person dice. So I guess Dwayne can roll for me. Wait, no, I want Tyler to roll for me. He rolls good.
I got some regulars as well, in case.
18. You chose wisely.
Yes. Thank you.
Also, Grace, you can remember that our Call of Cthulhu Discord has a bot.
Oh,
Yes, it does.
Yes, that's right. I could do that too.
Yes. What kind of what is 18 for you? Is that a regular, hard, or extreme?
I have a medicine of 30, so that's a regular success.
All right.
But it's
so,
a medicine.
Oh, it was a medicine roll. Was it medicine or first
I was
aid?
rolling first aid because you said I
Oh,
could pick
okay.
which.
So
You just said medicine.
yeah, about about the same as Ash. Again, singes on the body, shallow breathing, low pulse, a huge gash. I mean, it's like being hit in the head with a 2x4.
Only it was
Like
only it was a
being hit
only
with
it
a
was a
beam.
beam. Yeah. Only it was like 4 times the size of a 2x4.
Flying at like 30 miles an hour, or maybe faster.
I'm gonna try to like rip off or cut off part of my shirt and see if I can do anything to stop the bleeding.
All right.
Yeah, same thing with Grace. She's gonna like out of her jacket and put it over Ruby.
Clive says, I wonder if that will make her more or less psychic.
You can't leave us yet, Ruby.
So Ruby's blood
Yeah.
loss will be staunched.
You're
Uh,
the
and
only
I'm
one that
gonna-
knows Latin.
I'm gonna ask Ash, help me get her to the car. We gotta get her to a hospital.
don't
Aren't you
think we should
supposed
move
to
her.
not move people with head injuries? I read that somewhere.
Yeah, I say I don't think we should move her.
Fuck.
Unless we can like brace her somehow.
All right, Grace is just gonna call 911.
The scene of the crime.
The house is on fire.
Yes, but Ruby's dying.
Oh, there is no running back to the car
Oh shit.
because
Oh, no.
as the rest of the house crumbles down, the ground around you starts to crumble and rumble as if tectonic entities are moving within. And the floor gives out, or the ground gives out. And all of you dive deeply. Not too bad. Maybe 20.
Except for
20 feet.
Ruby, who's just going to land on her face again.
I want everyone to make luck rolls, including Ruby.
Okay.
13.
58. Under 60.
That's a hard success for me. I still have
Rachel.
40 points.
Wow.
Oh, I rolled a
Wow.
1. Go me.
Come on, chatbot.
Gonna make a
3!
superhero
Extreme
landing,
success!
Grace. I'm gonna make a
Ow.
superhero landing and catch Ruby.
3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3
Yes, that is
16.
exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, 16.
Yeah. Apparently, Grace is amazing, and Ruby's limp body saved her from further injury.
Somebody wanna roll some meat dice for me because mine's not rolling.
18 again.
All right,
It's a good number
it's
today.
on a 61, so that's a hard.
All right.
It
And
is.
everyone is good. No one has further injuries as rubble and dirt falling upon you.
Whilst Ash or somebody is yelling, "Is everyone okay?" Clive yells, "We leave the books up there."
No.
No, she's
No.
got him.
Nick,
Nick
Ruby.
has it actually.
throw them at Nick.
As you start to shake the cobwebs and the dust starts to settle, all of you realize you've been here before. With the exception of Ruby, because they're knocked out. And then again, memories begin to flood in. You remember going to the Cooper house, both with Miss Vocker and the redhead, Lynn. And you had looked around the upper floors a bit and videotaped around. You left some of your equipment in the foyer to get ready for the night of the production. And then Lynn asks Vanessa if the house has a basement. And Miss Vocker's like, well, of course. But what's a haunted house without a basement?
Point of clarity, Ms. Vocker was the realtor, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
So she starts to lead you all downstairs. The basement is what you would have expected of an old-time house, except there is an addition of some sorts. Looks like one of the walls was broken down, and it expands to a large cavernous area. You go inside. The room beyond is small but round. Much similar to where you are now. Walls made of stone. And it opens into an archway that is just nothing but blackness beyond. However, in your dream, or your memory, a door closes behind you. And Miss Vocker's not with you. And no matter how hard you pound, the door just is not open. Ash, you look around and you see something that you could never fully explain or describe coming out of the darkness of the tunnel. This entity merges with the walls and the darkness, followed by a scurrying flood of its brood. All of you scream and start to panic as you see this entity. Has anyone lost 5 sanity within the last scene?
You never told me what I lost for voluntarily failing.
Oh, it was 3.
Didn't know.
Okay.
Lost
think I
4.
am. I think I only had 4
Okay,
lost.
then you're good.
Wait, am I still indefinitely insane from before, though?
Oh yeah, at least for the next 10 minutes. Or no, yeah, you are. You're just going nuts.
Oh, cool.
Pretty
Solid.
much in the fetal position, screaming.
Nick's trying to comfort Nicola. But
But you
keeps
realize there's
calling her
nowhere to
Ruby.
run.
But he keeps calling her Ruby.
And the continual crawling carpet of brood encircle you.
Clive's gonna do what Clive do. Hey,
Oh, you're
Nick!
still-
Wait,
you're
real
still
time
having
or
a-
vision? I was going to
This is
say,
all
this is
vision.
vision, right?
This is all vision. And they all begin to quickly crawl up your legs, holding you in place. And then this monstrous entity approaches the cowering Lynn. And it asks her, "Do you want to live?" She's completely hysterical and she just shakes her head and babbles incoherently. She shakes her head continuously, not answering, not saying yes, not saying no. And it gets fed up. And then it just says, "Then die." And this pale behemoth crushes the poor woman with one of its many legs and its huge bulk.
If
Clive,
God asks you if you want to live, tell it yes.
Clive, when you see this, you're completely shut down. As it throws the, gored, pulpy body aside, it turns to each one of you and asks, "Do you want to live?" In your mind, you want to say no, or you want to say yes, or no. But you're a memory. Everyone says yes. And it approaches you one by one in turn. And it does things to you. And everything fades to black as you just hear the voice say, "Be mine." And you find yourself back in the dusty corridor of the room that you were once in. Facing this dark chamber beyond.
Keeper,
Yes.
do I remember Ruby saying yes in that vision?
Yes.
I'm gonna scream at the wall. She said she wanted to live.
You hear no answer.
Hey, Nick!
What?
Let me see that book.
Yeah, bye. Yeah.
I
Throws it over his shoulder.
I
Are you
flip to the
okay?
page Ruby was looking at and just start yelling the words the most botched way possible.
Go ahead, Kia. I want to hear this reading of this book.
Oh no, I do it.
Oh, you do it?
I'm just reading the words and no idea how to pronounce Latin.
As you start to read, some of it works, some of it does not. The words are tripped over immensely. However, sensing what could be the words that you need and your presence therein, more of this brood starts to enter the chamber. Some from the dark passage beyond, some from the open door behind, that door that was once closed. As you make your final line, you read the final line of the incantation. You hear a voice. It says, You have sought the tome. You have reluctantly found the words of praise for me. But you are already mine. Why call you me?
I wait to see if anyone else says anything first.
Yeah, does anyone else see that? Or is
It's
that-
just words.
Yeah.
Other than the brood crawling on the ground, you do not see an entity. It's just
I'll
Grace
repeat my
would like
statement.
to grab Ruby and start running through the open door.
it's not going to be easy as she is unconscious.
Clive will see that and yell.
Wait.
Clive will see that and yell in an attempted distraction. I want to make a new deal. Better for you.
A bargain?
Yes.
What can you bargain with that you have not already given?
Come here, I'll show you.
Just silence. Brood begins to move in. State your offer. Do you want to try to get him to show himself? I'm gonna need either some persuasion or some charm.
I'll do it unless Nick or Nicola or Ash want to try first.
Nick is still yelling about Ruby.
Is Nicola able to?
And Nicola never really came out of the face clawing bit officially.
I would imagine that falling down
Falling
into the
down
pit, yeah,
stopped
you kind of
some.
gained a little bit of clarity. You're probably still cut up a whole lot.
Yeah.
Now Nick is trying
Chunks
to
of hair missing.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Ah,
Stop petting me.
it's all gonna be okay, Ruby.
Stop petting me.
So I rolled a 39 and I have a 65 persuade and a 60 fast talk. I would like to fast talk the monster. Yeah, I've totally got what you need. Come here, let me show you.
You see giant legs protrude out of the darkness as this giant white grub thing pushes itself out. Tentacles lashing, teeth bared.
Group text. Run.
It just says, state your offer.
As soon as it's within 10 feet, especially if the other three run, I pull out my gun and shoot the gas tank on the flamethrower I'm holding.
Clive and explosives. How much of a lead time are you going to give your friends before you shoot this tank?
I texted run when we saw it coming towards us, so however long that took.
I probably start running, but as I'm leaving, repeat myself again that, she said she wanted to live. So I'm like running after Grace, running with Ruby, and hopefully trying to convince Nicola and Nick to come along. But if they're otherwise distracted, I'm not trying hard. If Clive says run, I'm fucking running. Okay.
And Clive's, that text will be run. I'm sorry. 5 minutes later. For nothing! Delayed send.
Okay. So, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Whoever is going to try and run, you do have the brood around you. So I'm going to need some attacks to fight these things off as they're crawling up all over around you.
Cheerful
I'm gonna start
entropy.
punching spiders.
You get my vote.
Tell me more about Dogecoin. Yes, so I'm gonna need some melee.
All right.
So
I have
fighting brawl.
brawl.
Brawl will work.
That is a 2. That is an
Hey.
extreme success.
That is a 6, an almost extreme success. Could I use a luck?
You could.
I got a 45 out of 45.
That is a success.
Yeah, nope. 65 on a 25. Oh, I do have one reroll. Hold on, let me. Now's the time to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try to do that tens place lower. Nope, it made it worse.
Oh no.
Welcome to my life.
Oh no.
All right, so anyone who was successful was able to fight off these giant baseball-sized.
Spider punch.
What sound do they make?
Kick.
They go pop when you punch them.
Just the word. not
Just a
the word.
sound. It's just a sound. You don't have to go punch and go crazy and punch and go crazy. Now, those of you, did anyone not succeed in punching?
I did not.
You did not. Oh dear.
I failed miserably to punch.
So you will be unable to run away for 1 round. Keeping rounds in my head. And you will take 3 damage as they start biting and jabbing at you with their little claw legs. This is not just one, this is many.
I was in control of this spider brood in my dream, right?
A couple of you were.
I'm just keeping that in mind for my next round.
The giant entity, Ihort, continues to pull himself out. In 1 more round, he will be within range of your exploding device, Clive. And yourself. Those who are able to punch off the brood are able to make it to the open doorway, which is not very far. The question is, who is going to be pulling along Ruby?
I am.
All right, you are going to be drastically slowed on the next round. Trying to drag a... Are you going to fireman carry or just drag?
I think fireman carry. That's a lot more efficient.
I'd also
Awesome.
like to point out that if you succeed and Ruby survives and does not name her kid Clive, I'm gonna haunt her ass.
You mean all 7 million tiny spiders are all going to be Clive?
Yes.
She's gonna have the big Ihort baby. I mean, Nick's baby.
Right as you guys make it to that outer door, you see Miss Valker coming down the stairs, like knocking over, big chunks of flaming wood from the above house. And she just yells, "What have you done? What have you done?" And she runs in as she sees her god coming forth. She sees the canister in Clive's hand, the gun in his other. She runs past all of you. As she runs through this, through the opening, the brood split a path for her, and she's parting the white sea.
I was gonna try that trick too. My goal was to put myself in the state of mind I made my bargain, you will give me safe passage. But if I see her doing that trick, I might try to tell the spiders to stop her if I can.
Ooh, all right. All right, I need a strength roll from Grace.
Do good.
I'll try.
To make sure that you don't drop Ruby.
Oh, wait, nope, got the wrong thing.
Cool.
Oh, no. All right, I am blowing. How much luck is that? 19 luck?
Yes.
All right, I'm blowing 19 luck to not drop Ruby.
Inku.
It starts to fall out, and you're like, You are able to continue carrying. The others are still able to fight off the brood. Ash, your final action in the corridor, what will it be?
Using my knowledge of the occult and the ways in which the labyrinth and my bargain, and I know I made my bargain, so with like utter force of will, I'll try to ask that the spiders stop her instead of me.
All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to roll occult first.
You know what? I'm going to spend like 10 luck on that to make that a normal. Hopefully that's good enough.
So that would make it 63.
Yep.
Do you have any mythos at all?
I have one.
I want you to roll mythos and subtract 63.
Do it.
Can you spend luck on mythos?
Yes.
So
Actually, I
I
will
can't-
allow you to roll to subtract 73 because that was what
Oh.
you originally rolled.
okay. So 10 more would make that within, but because I'm like extra exerting here, I'm gonna spend like 15 to make my roll a -4 there on a 1. Not that it probably matters.
Okay.
But like that's how much.
You're just like
Yeah, I'm like
screaming at yourself. Your
stop!
blood vessels are popping out of your
like,
head.
Yeah.
As you're doing this, you're bearing down, you're squeezing all the will that you can. A couple of brood pop out of your ears.
Nice.
Blood starts to come down your nose. Your eyes get a little red as the vessels pop. And as Valkyr is running, like going to and like embrace her god, you see the brood continue to part, and then it's like that shake where they don't part anymore and waft over her like a wave. And now she's in the similar situation that Nicola was in.
Or Ash was in. Oh,
No.
Yeah,
actually being
except for
covered.
real.
yeah.
Yeah, except for real. Where she now has a suit of grubbish spiders.
Oh, great.
And she kind of stops. It's almost like having like stone skin. She stops in mid-run. But you continue to see them wobbling as if trying to get back to their natural orders. But you have control of them for the rest of this round. Clive. Now may be your time.
Seeing that, Clive's gonna do one thing before he shoots his canister.
Like, so hold on. I want to just retell that real quick for Clive's point of view. Like, Ash gets covered in the spiders and then just holds her hand out, or their hand out, and like, then the other lady gets covered in the spiders.
Yep. So seeing that, Clive, knowing he's gonna die, will find his Zen place and spend all 65 of my remaining luck points, because I had a lot. Plus my Makatai reroll to ensure that right before I pull the trigger, I command the spiders inside my friends to exit them without killing them. That's a 6 with all my luck points.
Okay.
What have you done?
Yes. In my head, I'm like, what have you done?
Broken the story.
This will work. However, I need each individual, including Ruby. Ruby's going to be at a disadvantage because at the beginning of the game, I rolled a D100 on all of you to tell me how long it's going to take for these to come out of you. You can tell how low I rolled when I rolled Ruby's. I rolled 2.
Oh, shit.
That's the number of months. So hers are significantly larger than some of yours. So I need a
It's the
D100
worst that can
from
happen.
everyone, high or low. Ruby's high is only 70 and up. I like that. What?
Fable 42 and Infinite Monkey Tales, thanks for the follows.
I had a 31.
A 12.
I got a 53.
I got a 64.
Do I have to roll? Which way am I trying to roll?
I'm not telling you.
Ah, wait, no, wait,
So mean.
wait, no.
You always roll down in Cthulhu. That's
I know, but still.
37.
Yay.
Yay?
They come out. They do come out. Grace. As they start to come out of you, you feel them coming out from underneath your fingernails, and it's painful. You know, they come out your ear, out your nose. You got blood coming out of all kinds of orifices, coming out of places that shouldn't come out of. But they come out nonetheless, and you take no damage.
Okay.
Except maybe to your sanity.
Yeah, except maybe to your sanity, which we'll figure that out in a little while. The rest of you,
Oh.
I wanted high rolls.
Sorry, Ruby, I tried.
I got luck points. That doesn't count.
The rest of you, it's very painful. And based off of your numbers that I had rolled of how far along you are, Ash, you were the least furthest along.
I think I just kind of leaned into it a little bit right now, though.
It's gonna hurt anyways. Because the swarm is still around you, you can't tell where your brood begins and their brood ends.
Yeah.
But it is not as painful. You're only going to take 1 damage. Whoop you do. Nick and Nicola, surprisingly, had close to the same.
Oh boy.
Mm,
You start to see cuts in your hands start to open. They come out. The gashes that you had from the explosion above, that you thought had cauterized from the heat and the flames, start to open back up again. More of these grub spiders start to crawl out of you, joining the brood around it. Nick, you take 3. Nicola, you take 2. Ruby, yours was very far along. How do you want this to come out? This is a lot. We're not talking like a large, we're not talking like a child-sized one. We're talking like as many that you could fit into a child-sized thing.
Jesus.
But let's put it into perspective this way. Grace had met Hot Dog Man.
I'm Hot Dog Man.
Hot Dog Man had rolled a 1. Ruby had rolled a 2. How painful is this for Ruby, even though Ruby is unconscious?
I don't know.
I got you.
Thanks.
Like the others, the cuts on your body start to open.
Oh, come on.
Small amounts start to flow out. No big deal. Pain is bearable even in your unconscious state. But the gash on your head, which has already been tended to, starts to bulge. And they begin to pour out in droves. The follicles on your head, where your beautiful hair used to be, now only serve as portcullises for these to escape from. You are alive. If you can get to a hospital. The amount of blood loss that you have had from this, in addition to what you have already done, you probably have like an hour or two to live if you are not sought after very soon.
And then Clive says, "What a terrible time to run out of bubblegum," and shoots the canister.
I'm not even going to make you roll to shoot, because I'm sure that you just held it right next to it.
Yes.
The explosion goes off. And like napalm, the brood catches on fire and starts to chase all of you out. Like a blanketing wave that moves through the house. As Ash, Nick, Grace carrying Ruby and Nicola. And Grace, while you were running, you see these things coming out of Ruby. And it's kind of gross how they're popping out of her and running down your arms.
Nope. Don't
Don't drop me!
No.
Dare drop me!
I don't want to.
As hers is the longest process that probably lasts up until you get out of the building.
Hey, fine.
Do I need to make a sanity check?
Oh yeah. Oh, we're all gonna make sanity checks. All of us, all together, we're all gonna make sanity checks.
I'm
Group
not
sanity.
awake. It's fine.
You're not conscious for it. Like,
Yeah.
As you just get out of the entryway to this catacomb area, the explosion pushes you all out, and again you are thrown on your asses. As the explosion engulfs the room, it engulfs Miss Volker, Clive, and you hear a monstrous, unknown roar as the heat wave hits this monstrosity. The rest of the roof from the farm starts to cave in, or I should say from the outside, starts to cave in, pushing this entity back into its hole. As you all look back at the fire and brimstone that has fallen, you see a hand sticking out of the rubble. There's just a thumbs up.
Wow.
Coolest way I could think of Clive to go out. But now I need you all to run, because this house is extremely unstable. So make me some... Oh, let's just make Dexes. Why not? Because Dex is cool. try and dodge all of this stuff as it's falling down.
Oh, fuck my life. I got 73. I am spending, what is that?
That's a lot of luck.
27?
Do you have any rerolls left?
Yes, this would be a good time to use the rerolls.
So I extremed on both that sanity roll that you said we were all going to need to make and
Oh, yeah. You were extremely cool in this situation. You're just like, ah.
Well, hey, I know for a fact that it's real now because I controlled the spiders.
And I guess you're the host of the show now, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that everybody's?
And
Yeah.
Nick got a regular.
Do I need to roll since I'm being carried?
No, you do not need to
Okay.
roll.
Then yes,
I
think you have
spent the
everyone's.
luck point to close the gap between rolls.
Thank you.
All right. So you
Both
guys
of our
are able
lives
to
are in your hands.
push out with Ash taking up the lead. As he pushes forward, kind of knocking over some of the stuff to make room for you guys to get up the stairs and out of what remains of the first floor of the building. It's right about this time. That you're all up in the quote-unquote front yard. Minus Ash, I need you all to make sanity checks, well, and Grace, because, you know.
You mean Ruby?
Yeah, Ruby, sorry.
Like Nicola's Ruby, Grace is Ruby. It's fine.
Everybody
Nick
is
is Ruby? No,
There's
Nick is
a-
Clive.
this
I
is-
forgot.
Nick is Clive.
I don't know why I even bothered rolling.
a
Oh, I
failure
did
for
not
Nick.
make it.
Oh, I rolled low. Anyone who failed that will only lose 1 sanity.
Nicola's now at 5 sanity lost for this game.
And 3 total.
I have
left.
3 total left, yes. That's a
Just an FYI.
As you all are laying in the front yard, it's when the fire truck and the police cars start to roll up.
And an ambulance?
No ambulance yet.
Grace is just gonna run like, my friend is hurt. She needs an ambulance right now.
The officers immediately call for an ambulance. It is there within the next 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and Grace is just like, oh my god, where's Clive? What happened to Clive?
I think he stayed in there.
No, he didn't. That's not possible. He's around here somewhere. I know he is.
He's gone. He's gone.
Is
Grace
this when
brings out her
the
phone
for
and she-
nothing text shows up from Clive? The delayed send
Yes,
that he
delayed
sent?
send.
Oh my god.
And Grace will just send a text to her own. You son of a bitch, get out here.
It just says sending. Sending.
Would this be the point where Nick's insanity wears off and he notices that this isn't Ruby, this is Nicola?
Yeah, it would be about now. As you're like petting Nicola's hair.
Really?
Petting him.
Sorry. That's not. Wait, where is Ruby?
The firemen start to put out the flames of the house. And they ask, is anyone else inside?
Yes, our friend Clive.
I think the realtor ran in after him.
Okay, no, I don't care about her. I care about Clive because Clive has to be alive. Because if Clive isn't alive, then that means that all of this is real, and it's not real. It can't be real. None of this is real. So Clive is alive in there somewhere.
You see 2 firemen run into the house. You know, axes and masks and oxygen.
It's all real, Grace. All of it. Always has been.
Nope.
Over the next couple of minutes, the police continue to badger you with questions, what had happened? Why were you here?
I'll probably because Clive trained, something about, we are a ghost hunting TV show. We're on location, but there was this, homeless guy out back who was being, real weird. And so he quite clearly started the fire.
Sinkhole hit the gas line.
What was the name of that, the cop that had spent forever on the force?
It was Grover, I do believe. Mr. Grover?
Burke?
Yeah, I thought it was Burke.
Burke. Yeah.
Do any of you know Burke?
Oh, yeah, it was, no, it was Mr. Grover, yeah.
Grover? Oh.
Okay. Do any of you know Grover? I say to the cops when they, question me.
A couple of them look. One of them says, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You can tell them we've fixed the problem. Maybe.
Looks at you. Writes down your statement. Not really knowing what you're talking about. Okay.
I'll go with the homeless guy blowing up the house. Story that I heard Grace tell.
As the fire continues to diminish and they're putting it out on the sides where the two firemen had entered, one fireman comes out, says, I lost Ernie in the smoke. We went down into the basement. I lost him in the smoke. But there's bodies everywhere in there.
I think Grace will just run up and just start just yelling at the firefighter. Well, aren't you supposed to save people? There are people down there, and just freak out on him until probably an EMT has to toast to a smile doll.
Yeah, as you're beating him in the chest and screaming, he's they're all dead. They're all dead.
How many bodies? We just were missing those two.
Well, yeah, you were missing too.
How many did Grover think had gone missing over the years? It was 32 or something like that. I'm gonna guess at least 32.
Yeah.
Grover's missing files.
The firefighter is not sure on how many, but he can definitely tell you that from the ones that aren't totally decayed, at least 10. More questioning ensues. The ambulance shows up, and Ruby is loaded into the back of the ambulance as the medics are checking her vitals, and they double check her head wound. They rewrap it real quick. You can see them putting her on an IV drip, maybe some antibiotics real quick. And then just as the doors are shutting, is anyone going to ride with her?
Nick would, without hesitation.
So the doors shut as Nick is in the back. The ambulance starts to roll off. And the medic is, checking for a heartbeat. He just goes, wait, this woman's pregnant.
What? Don't look at me.
Don't look
Sure that other questions will be sought after in the following days. The real question is, what happened to Ernie, and what really did happen to Clive, and at all, if any, will you return to find out more about this thing that they call the Labyrinth?
Grace will. Eventually.
Nicola will probably take control of all of the footage from this and spend time poring over it as often as she can and reliving that.
As the camera angle zooms out as the ambulance drives away, smoldering house collapsing even more, the remainder of you being tended in the front lawn. Credits begin to roll. And you see that it is a TSF production. That is the end of our story. Brought to you by TSF International.
Woo!
Their first ever movie in which they played themselves.
Woo!
But then the camera zooms out more and you see that it's some guy watching Amazon and it's in that really weird UFO conspiracy section.
Coming up next, Weird Histories.
Yeah.
Ancient aliens.
Yeah, that guy.
Thank you, Tyler, for throwing wrenches in yet another one of my stories.
I pulled a Space Lord.
That was intense.
It was.
I need to, especially now that this is the first time that I've played with many of you, I need to write down notes on, okay, this person likes to screw me in this way. And this person likes to screw me in this way. Because I was totally all for Ruby dying and Nick making another bargain
Ooh.
to bring her back to life. But no, Mr. Ash has got to take over the brood.
You got to take over the brood.
Ugh, you guys kill me.
Fun.
But unfortunately, it seems, audience, that only one died during this story. So I guess that's good.
Or did he?
Or did he? Since Ihorn's chosen is now dead, and there was only one other to take her place, it is a great possibility. Perhaps this is something that TSF International will have to uncover in a later story.
Boy.
Yep.
But
I'll
I do
keep
believe,
racking up those credits. Dude.
but I do believe that is all of our sanity can handle for right now.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And for some of us, literally.
Yes.
Yeah, Nicola needs to go take a nice long stay in a mental hospital.
And we will not be returning to this next Friday. We will be beginning our season 2 of the Contagion Chronicles.
Yes.
That will be pretty exciting. I am excited. I know other people are excited. I'm a little nervous, but hey.
Already
what happens.
ordered the makeup.
I got a wig.
I'm gonna go buy a wig too.
I have a hat. But yes, it should be pretty cool when we start that next week. But if you're looking for more terrifying tales, be sure you guys check out Necrobiotic. I myself am running that tomorrow afternoon, early evening. Make sure you guys always check out Simba Room on starting up on May 29th. Unknown Armies early Sunday evening. Vampire the Masquerade, Starlight and Smoke, ran by our own Rachel, late on Sundays. Make sure you guys check out Alien Acid and Ice on Thursdays. But if you guys are checking out more awesome adventures and the terrifying tales are just getting too Jeepers Creepers-y for you, make sure you guys check out the last episode of Mora Showcase, Punching Nazis, right after this. We got Dune, Adventures in the Imperium on Mondays, Fallout 2D20 on Wednesdays, and we'll be starting up Game that I don't have on here, can't think of it. Exalted Essence, the new Kickstarter from Onyx Path on Tuesdays. I think that's it. Make sure you guys check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our calendar, social media links, recaps, and links to all of our partners and affiliates. Players, let the audience know the next time that they can catch you and the cool things that you do outside the show.
Hey, my name is Rachel. I'm Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. The next time you can catch me will be right back here in 52 minutes. No, 72 minutes. Where I run the season finale of Punching Nazis. It is a more cinematic universal gaming system currently on Kickstarter. We have met our main funding goal. We are so close. We are $700 from our next stretch goal, which is a pay increase for the writers. As a writer, I'm in favor of this. So come check us out. There's going to be Nazis. They're going to be werewolves. Maybe Nazi werewolves. Definitely Nazi necromancers.
I'm Elder Jekyll's Online, and next time you can catch me is Sunday playing vampires with Rachel.
Yep. I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Oh Hello Mare. I am streaming. I stream in the mornings on Saturdays and Sundays, just some nice chill games with friends, games with viewers. I'm actually doing a sponsored stream on Sunday. Come check me out. And Mondays, if you want to keep Cthulhu going, I'm playing through Call of Cthulhu right now. So check me out.
I've been Nick Vowel. And I'm also Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and you can find me tomorrow in Necrobiotic. It's gonna be fun.
And hi, I'm Corey, aka Narf, on the internet in most places. The next time you can catch me here on Sunday doing Unknown Armies, which is another spooky category game. If you're into Call of Cthulhu, you will definitely enjoy the vibe Marin Recluse has going for us over on that one. Come check it out. And I also work on a video game called The Caves of Cud that you might enjoy if you're into roguelikes. So go check that out on Steam or itch.
Yes, Caves of Cud is very fun. Can be a little bit daunting, but I think it's pretty cool.
And I am Miss Emo Fox. You can find me pretty much anywhere online via that tag. Next time you can catch me outside of here I stream Sunday evenings, Pacific Standard Time. Usually some form of multiplayer. I think right now my friends and I are doing Valheim. And then after that, you can catch me every other Wednesday playing through It Takes Two.
Oh. Took me a second to remember what that was.
It's been really fun.
As this is our last show, there will be no voting. However, I vote for all of you because you're awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Oh,
you too.
I don't know if that was a sad or a aw.
A little bit of both.
Oh, well, all right.
I am looking forward to Contagion Chronicle.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward.
I'm so excited.
I hope that the story is just as exciting as I feel that this one was for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone should stick around once Dwayne says goodnight, because we're going to go raid some good friends of ours.
Yes. Yes, Tony. I mean, you can always vote for your favorite player.
It just won't count for anything.
Not this time, but in the future.
You know what? Everybody in here is going to be in Contagion.
No, it'll count for me, Tony. Just be aware.
You know what, Tony? If you want to vote for somebody for tonight, or anyone in the chat wants to vote for someone, I will allow that vote.
MVPs!
To carry over into the first episode.
Ooh.
Everyone in the audience
Cast
better
your
vote.
vote!
Yeah.
We're going to need those.
This is just from the audience. We will not do player votes tonight. We'll start with a clean sheet of player votes. But if you do have votes from the audience, by all means, those will carry over.
Yay!
Oh, look at you, Mayor.
I would like to thank the Academy. Maybe I'll try not to go insane in the next one.
I would like to thank the Academy for kicking me out and allowing me to do this. That was.
All right, so we got three different votes. Thank you, everybody.
Yay.
Got one for Ash, one for Nick, and one for Nickel. Who's next players? Oh, you got another.
Oh, votes for Miss Ruby.
We're spreading them around. Yes.
Yay!
Screw Clive. He doesn't give shit.
Oh, by the way,
No,
I
Clive made
should
the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah.
Nobody's
I have
voting
to.
for
Damn
Clive.
it! I didn't
there it
Thank
is.
you.
There it is.
Damn it!
There
I
we
didn't
go.
get to throw
Get
it in
it
there.
for the style points.
No votes are allowed for Tyler.
You get paid in style points.
I don't need them to wreck your day, Dwayne.
I know, but it makes it easier for you.
Oh, thank you guys. What a great chat.
Aw.
Very awesome. Yes, thank you for being awesome to us because you guys are awesome for watching us.
Yes.
Are we ready? Who are we gonna raid?
Gotta support Mage, of course. We're gonna go raid Occultist Anonymous. But first, you have to say goodnight.
Yeah.
I don't want to say goodnight. Oh, okay. With that, audience, we bid you adieu, and we will see you again. Good night.
Thank you, chat. Bye.
We're clear. You can safely talk.
Woo!
That was
It was really cool, Dwayne. Thank